When you hear the term invasive species, you likely think of zebra mussels and milfoil. But one fish in Edina waterways is the focus of a new invasive species research project. Edina TV brings you the story of the work being done at Lake Cornelia.
To most of us, the common goldfish is just a pretty and harmless pet. They're easy to care for and not noisy or messy. But to Jordan Wine,
goldfish are a species now that's turned into a Minnesota aquatic invasive species priority, and they haven't really been thought of to be a problem in the past, but they correlate a lot with bad water quality issues.
Goldfish root around the bottom and they stir up the water and make it really murky looking, and so we want to solve that problem.
Minnesotans have long loved their lakes. The concern over water quality and invasive species is relatively new. That means there's a lot of work to be done, and this study on Lake Cornelia is a good local start.
There's a lot of stuff specifically about goldfish, natural lakes out here, infestations that we just don't know about, and so that's one of these projects where we're kind of on the forefront, I think, of doing a lot of field surveys.
You know, you don't hope for goldfish in your community, but it's interesting that we're going to, lend to this greater body of knowledge about how to handle them.
Goldfish are members of the carp family.
These are goldfish.
And are one of the most commonly kept aquarium fish.
They start off as what Brady's got, and these bright orange ones.
So how did they get here?
Somebody who introduced them and thought it wouldn't be a big deal, that end up having a really bad impact on the natural environments that we're in.
By removing these non-native fish, we'll have cleaner water and we'll also have a healthier fishery. And we know that the community really values clean water and recreation.
The parameters of the study are somewhat simple.
So we'll start with Mr. Colorful.
Insert RFID tags into as many fish as possible.
Try to make this least impactful as possible.
Place tracking stations in various parts of the connected lakes, and then...
This guy's all done. We'll toss him back in.
Release the fish to see where they go.
And then we record how often, how many fish. We would know, we can correlate it back to the size of that fish, so that if they are a big problem, we can do something about the infrastructure to keep that impact lower.
Obviously, there's a cost.
The city and the 9 Mile Creek Watershed District are partnering on this project, and the Watershed District is funding the project, and they also received a grant from Hennepin County. Obviously,
as Minnesotans, we love our water, and it's very important to us to protect it. As city residents of Edina, these are your lakes that you want to come. You know, like, what do people ask? They say, oh, you're seeing a lot of bass and perch and some fun fish to catch, and we have to honestly tell them, no, we haven't seen a lot of them. If we put some effort into managing these and we try to right some of the wrongs of the past, that mistake doesn't happen again.
With Dan Carpenter, I'm Tom Cornell, Edina TV.
The researchers expect to have initial findings as early as September. And remember, there are several laws in Minnesota regarding the release of non-native species.